Alright everyone, what is going on? Welcome back to Breakpoint Breakdown. We have made it to our preview show for the final. It's a big men's final tomorrow. It's the top two players in the world going at it. It is by far the two best in the world currently. Jannik Sinner, Carlos Alcaraz. We are so excited to preview this for you. We're going to do a big tail of the tape as well, just like we did for the semifinals. We'll go through the tactics, but before that, we had a women's final today, and it was a double bagel. Chase, you saw a little bit of it. What did you make of it?
Yeah, I mean, it was just Iga outplaying Anisimova at both lanes, specifically the serves too. I mean, Anisimova could not hit her first serve for her life or win any second serve points, to be honest with you. She was like 35%, I think you told me, first serve points won. I mean, that's honestly awful. I mean, it just goes to show you that women's tennis is still pretty erratic, I mean, in my opinion. When you had Serena, you kind of knew what you were getting. Nowadays, there's multiple people that can win slams, multiple people that can make a final. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's just a sad final, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, congrats to Iga. That's her sixth major title. We got Carlos going for his sixth tomorrow, so that's going to be interesting. Let's get into this matchup. There's a lot at bay here that we're going to be talking about when it comes to this matchup. Alcaraz was asked about it in his press conference yesterday, and the first thing he said was he hopes it's not 5.5 hours again. So, yeah, but you think it's going to be 5 sets again, right?
I think it'll be 5 sets, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think it could be 5 sets. Look, Alcaraz is 5-0 in Slam finals. We talked about it yesterday. Sinner is 3-1. He, of course, his lone loss was that RG final. It's very close, but Sinner and Alcaraz will have won the last 7 majors after this. Head-to-head, 8-4 Alcaraz. Now, Alcaraz has won 5 straight, but they have all been very, very close, except for maybe Rome. Rome was a bit of a beatdown, but all the other ones have been very close. It's 3-1 in majors as well for Alcaraz, but again, they've all been very close. What do you first make of this matchup?
First matchup, one, I really hope it isn't a serve off, because both of their serves have advanced very well throughout the whole tournament. I mean, we saw Alcaraz having a kind of scare in the first 2 rounds. After that, it was smooth sailing with the serve, especially in the semifinal as well. So, I mean, for one, I hope they don't serve like they were at Roland Garros, because that was very bad serving from both of them. I feel like they're kind of gonna get over their nerves at this point. They faced each other 3 times in majors, yeah, something like that. So, I mean,
4 times, yeah, in majors.
I feel like they're both going to be over their nerves by then. I mean, they played each other like 3 times so far this year. 2. Wait, yeah, 2. Yeah, 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just going to be a matter of setting up points. Like I said, I mean, I hope it's not a serve off. I hope we see some long points and great rallies and a lot of net play too, especially from Alcaraz. We're probably going to see him pushing the net a lot. And my first take on this is that I mean, both of them are going to come into the match confident. It's going to be a battle of who can just set up points quicker, in my opinion.
Yeah, both were very dominant in the semifinals, pretty much. So excited for this. But let's get to the tail of the tape, where we'll go through the shots and some other things, and we'll give an edge to one or the other. This is going to be pretty tough because they're the 2 best players in the world. They're pretty even in everything. But let's start with the serve. I'm thinking Sinner for serve.
I'm thinking Sinner as well. I mean, Carlos' serve can still be up and down. We've seen that this tournament as well. I mean, it's gotten better, but he could still have an off day. So yeah, Sinner's serve is much more linear. The performance of it is much more linear as well. I'm taking Sinner. Yeah.
Yeah, and a little bit later we're going to talk about Sinner's serve in his matchups against Alcaraz, because it has actually let him down. But overall, I think Sinner's serve is better than Alcaraz, even though we've seen a big improvement from Alcaraz's serve in this tournament. We talked about he won 88% of his first serve points against Fritz. That was very impressive. But I'm still going to give that. I think we're both going to give that to Sinner there. Let's move on to forehand. I think Alcaraz gets that in forehand.
Yeah, his forehand has a lot of variety, especially drop shot, RPMs, everything. Defense too. I mean, his forehand is amazing on defense. So yeah, it's gonna be Alcaraz for the forehand. I mean, Sinner can go pound for pound, but he doesn't have that crazy explosive aspect to his forehand. It's much more just like It's much more like a battering ram instead of like a sword, for example.
Yeah, for me on the forehand, I actually think it's pretty even. I just think Alcaraz has more variety on his forehand. He can mix up the heights and spins way more. He has a nice forehand slice as well, so I like Alcaraz's forehand just a little bit better. But yeah, they can go pound for pound, like you mentioned.
Mhm.
Let's move on to backhand. I think
Yeah,
backhand is Sinner.
yeah, it's not really a debate. He has, I'm pretty sure Alcaraz's average miles per hour on his forehand. I was looking at it yesterday. Is 73 to 75. Sinner's average is like 77. So,
Okay, yeah.
I mean, yeah, pound for pound, Sinner outpowers him. Probably the best backhand on tour aside from Novak. And even then, Sinner has more firepower. So I'd say he has the best backhand on tour.
Now for this one here, I still think Alcaraz has more variety on his backhand as well. He can
Yeah,
use the
but yeah.
slice as well, but Alcaraz's backhand, in my opinion, can get attacked a little bit more than Sinner's backhand.
Way
Sinner's
more.
backhand is just very compact. It's
Yeah,
it's
it's
a great
perfect.
backhand, and like you mentioned, he hits it bigger than Alcaraz on average. So I think we got to give the backhand edge to Sinner.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, let's move on to movement. Movement's pretty close, but I think we got to give the slight edge to Alcaraz.
I'll give it to Alcaraz just because he's simply faster. I feel like their lateral movement is still like neck and neck, honestly. I don't feel like there's much difference there. But when it comes to getting to drop shots and things like that, Alcaraz clears Sinner.
Yeah. Okay, and then the last one I think is pretty obvious. It's volleys and touch. I think that goes to Alcaraz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, Sinner's touch is good. Don't get me wrong. It's just not on the level of Alcaraz. I mean, Alcaraz can serve and volley, especially nowadays with the returns, dude. If you can serve and volley, that's insane. So, yeah, I mean, Alcaraz's touch and drop shot off both wings now, not even just the forehand, the backhand, too. I mean, yeah, he has everything, yeah.
yeah. Sinner's volleys and touch have improved mightily in the past few years, but Alcaraz is just a little bit more of a natural volleyer
Yeah, he is.
when it comes to that.
Natural volleyer, yeah.
Sinner, especially when he was coming up, he was always a baseline guy. He of course he needed to improve that because he wanted to get to the bigger stages. He did so. It's still not the best, but it's very good. Just not at Alcaraz's level. But yeah, that is our tale of the tape. So you'll see that pop up on your screen.
For sure.
But let's get back to this matchup. Let's talk about the serve because in this matchup, Sinner's serve has actually let him down in this matchup. The past 5 times he's played Alcaraz, his serve percentage has been down. His average serve percentage, he makes about 62% of his first serves on average. Now, against Alcaraz, every time he's played him, he's been in about the 50s. The only time he was, I think he was 61 in Indian Wells when they played last year. But other than that, they've always been in the 50s. Roland Garros was 57%. So, look, I think he's going to need, especially on grass, he's going to need to make about above 60% of his first serves. I mean, I have obviously at Roland Garros when he played Djokovic in the semis, he made 51% of his first serves.
Not sustainable against Alcaraz.
Yeah, and then against Alcaraz, he made 57% of his first serves. Now, yesterday against Djokovic, he made 74% of his first serves. If he makes that number against Alcaraz tomorrow, I really like him to get the win.
Yeah, I mean, it's a matter of serving and efficiency when he serves. I mean, like I said, if both of them are serving crazy, then it's going to be a serve off, especially on grass. It's going to be a matter of who can spot serve better. And especially with Yannick spot serving, too, he has a lot of firepower with his serve. And since he's taller, too, it's easier for him to strike down. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like we're going to see a lot of wide serves from him. And he also likes to kick wide on the ad side as well, which I feel like
Yes,
will
he
do a
does.
lot to Carlos's backhand. Yeah. I mean, like we said before, I mean, the only thing holding that final back at Roland Garros was the serve percentages. Aside from that, the gameplay was perfect and flawless. So, yeah, the way it goes, I mean, if Sinner can establish his serve early in the match, it's going to be very, very, very hard for Alcaraz to get any sort of offense or breaks.
Yeah. For Alcaraz, I think he's going to need to serve pretty much too. I think he's going to need to make about 60% as well, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
He's going to want to move Sinner around, right? Because he's kind of been the only player that's been able to move
I want to
Sinner.
talk about this. Yeah, I want to talk. So yeah. So basically, when I was analyzing the Roland Garros match, I was looking at like who won the long points and the short points and anything in between. When it came to long and short, Sinner and Alcaraz were neck and neck. But when it came to points from like 5 to 8 balls, Alcaraz was like leading that pretty heavily. So, man, I don't think offense has much. I don't think Alcaraz has much of a trouble converting defense into offense either. I've seen that from him the whole year, and especially on clay too. I mean, he was fine converting defense into offense. So it's gonna be a matter of him just dominating rallies against Sinner.
Okay, so are you trying to imply that Alcaraz should try extending these rallies?
Not extending them, but starting off the front foot in every single rally will benefit him insanely against Sinner. Even if he has to take balls on the rise, as long as he can kill a point relatively early, not like within the first three balls, but like maybe 5 or to 7, then yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I think that's a very good play from Alcaraz. Now for Alcaraz, went back to his serve again. The kick serve on grass is not as effective, but especially in Queens, we saw his kick serve do very well on the grass. It was giving him uh, a lot of good opportunities to attack. I think he's going to need to use the kick serve tomorrow. I think that's actually been the serve that's troubled Sinner the most when he plays Alcaraz is that kick serve. The kick serve to the backhand. Look, the set point he had in Rome, he missed a kick serve from Alcaraz. He missed a backhand out on his kick serve, and then championship point, which is the big one at the Roland Garros final, he missed a kick serve to his backhand. So he's going to need to be weary of that serve. That is an important return for Sinner, the backhand return off of Alcaraz's kick. So that's an interesting play as well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the kick messes up Sinner the most. I mean, it's going to be hard for him as well. It's hard for any player really to get up there with their backhand and try to take it out of the air. So yeah, I mean, I feel like if Sinner doesn't use an aggressive return stance like he usually does, which, he's in the baseline, he jumps up to hit the return. If he's able to play back and sort of predict the kick, I think he can take it off the backhand much easier than he would rather with an aggressive stance in the return.
Yeah. And I think also one of the big differences we saw between Rome and Roland Garros, because Rome was, especially in that second, so it was pretty much a beatdown, but Roland Garros was so close. And one of the big differences that we saw, and actually we didn't mention this when we talked about it after the match, when we did a review of that match, but Sinner came out in that match at Roland Garros a lot more aggressive. He was trying to be the aggressor in the matchup. A lot of times when he's played Alcaraz, I'm not saying he's been defensive against Alcaraz, but he's kind of just put the ball back into the center of the court and kind of trusted his levers to get the balls. So he was a lot more aggressive in that Roland Garros final, and it proved. I mean, it was almost a straight win for him at Roland Garros. So, and especially on grass, it's a lot more rewarding. So I think he's going to need to be the aggressor tomorrow as well.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's 100%, but it's key for both of them to be the aggressors on grass, to be honest. It's going to be a matter of who has a better movement and who can set up their points much faster, like I said before. I mean, the server is going to come into play, like we said as well. If they can both serve very well, we're going to see a lot of quick points most of the time, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, look, we're not going to see as many rallies as we did at RG. It's just the difference between the surfaces. Grass is a lot quicker. One more thing I want to mention: Alcaraz's heights and spins, which have troubled Sinner so much, they are not as effective on this surface just because the ball dies. So, and I don't think he was able to do much of that at RG, but the past 4 matches, the heights and spins, mixing those up, that was what was troubling Sinner, the variety that Alcaraz was putting after him. Look, I think Alcaraz is going to use the slice against Sinner to offset his rhythm. He'll be using the slice, and I think he'll need to. But yeah, he can't use the heights and spins to affect Sinner.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to be able to do that on grass. And I mean, like we said before, though, I mean, if he's able to just put a lot of variety in his forehand, even like the RPM won't be efficient, but it'll still be enough to, like, the height, for example. Height you can't take away from that. You can't take away when it comes to spin and height. So I mean, yeah, if he can get height on defense and stuff like that, it'll be much easier for him to play defense against Sinner on grass. But then again, I mean, the ball skids faster. Sinner's going to hit flat through it, so it's going to be a battle for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay then. Do you have anything else to add when it comes to tactics or anything before we get to the prediction?
For tactics, not really. I mean, we saw their hitting patterns at Roland Garros. I mean, everybody kind of knows what they're getting with both of them. So
yeah. By the way, one more thing, Alcaraz, I just remember that he was able to do well at Roland Garros. He used his whip very well. He was able to get a lot of angles on his forehand and get Sinner off the court. I don't know if that'll work on the grass as much. Yeah,
it won't.
Yeah, so that's just something else. Yeah.
Another tactic he implied and used at Roland Garros specifically at the start of rallies, he would hit the ball like near more so to the middle of the court rather than outside to not give Sinner an angle. If he can do that on grass with the same depth that he was hitting at Roland Garros, it's going to be very hard for Sinner to generate any offense.
Yeah. Okay, then. I think that's all we have. Shall we get to our predictions then? Mm-hmm. All what are you thinking?
I'm thinking Alcaraz in 5. I mean, I I like Alcaraz on grass. I like his game. I feel like if he's on, then it's going to be very hard for Sinner to generate any offense. But we'll see we'll see what happens. It could honestly go both ways. This is the most 50-50 matchup we're going to have from them in a while. So
Yeah, look, this is a very 50-50 match. That Roland Garros final was absolutely heartbreaking for Yannick Sinner. It was a gut punch for him. He was this close, you know.
yeah,
But I think he's out for revenge here. Honestly,
yeah,
I think there was something in the encore interview as well. He said something like he kind of hinted at revenge in there. I like Sinner in four, honestly
okay.
here. Yeah. Look, I'm not going to say five because Alcaraz is the king in five sets. Sinner's going to have to get done in four, I think. But
For
yeah,
sure.
yeah. But I'm thinking Sinner in four.
Oh yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow. We're super hyped for it.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Well, thank you everyone for watching our preview. We are so excited for this matchup. Uh, it's going to be a good one. So enjoy the match, everyone.
yeah. Thank you guys so much. Again, our handles on every platform that we have is Breakpoint Breakdown One, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. Please go follow and support us there. We do it for you guys. We do it for tennis as a whole. We love tennis. So, I mean, yeah, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.